All right.
Welcome to the After Practice Podcast. We're up here in 13 Stairs Studios after doing some recording in the studio downstairs. Hold on, give me the tunes again.
It makes me feel good. Man, you're not having a bad day after that.
You guys, I can't even. Give it to me one more time.
You could be having a bad day, not till you hear that.
I nailed it the first time, but then you guys lost it.
I couldn't fucking hold it together. Just have that on demand. Ooh.
Welcome to the After Practice Podcast. We're up here in Studio B or 13 Stairs or something along those lines. Just got done downstairs doing some stuffs for the second album. I'm joined by Papa Bear Todd Harry.
How's it going?
I got AJ Fry and his mullet Dwayne eating some Doritos. All right. Let's wrap that up. All right. And to my right, I got Brock Felix, nickname pending.
That's worse than the original nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to call you pending all the time. That's weird. What up, pending?
Brock Pending Felix.
Yeah.
AJ, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that if you could put your mic to where it's this way so you're not leaning up to talk every time, it would really do me a favor.
He's doing that.
Do you need time to eat Doritos and then we can start? Because if that's the thing...
It's that way so I can pull back and eat Doritos so it's not all up in there.
Okay, well, I mean, if you could not eat Doritos for like an hour, or we could just stop and you could get some Dorito eaten in, but it's going to be murder.
Am I even prevalent to this band if you have to ask me that?
It's going to be murder, man, because I know you're going to be well-intentioned.
No, it's your world. We're just trying to live in it.
You can just do it. But anyway, we just got done downstairs working on the second album.
We did not get done working on the second album, but we were working on it.
We got done for today. We got done for today, so we're just going to hang out and talk about some stuff. Brock's had something that he's probably still going to say isn't ready for like 3 or 4 weeks. He's been having this rain cloud looming over me.
Yep. I don't have an acoustic guitar in my hand, so it's not happening.
Yeah. Forgot about the whole acoustic guitar thing. You know, if we only had one, that would be awesome. We'll have to go to Tony's.
If we only had one, what would we do with ourselves?
See if we can get an acoustic
What will we
guitar
do without
we
10?
could possibly track one down.
I do have a slight update from last week.
Okay.
So, the sandwich discussion. We all remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby's
And
first egg salad.
we're going to... Well, there was the other sandwich discussion.
Oh, you talking about the other sandwich
Yeah.
discussion? You
Now-
gonna come in with
No,
what do you
no,
got?
no.
Statistics on cheese sandwiches?
Hang on. That's still normal. Way more normal than whatever you did. No, what I wanted to say was we recorded that on Saturday. Okay? Monday, we got home from work, and there was a package on the front door.
And there was a sandwich in that package.
With cheese sandwiches.
And I said to Jasmine, "What did you order?" And she's like, "Oh, the sandwich thing." And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "It's for making like your own Uncrustables." And
No.
Why would you buy that?
Way.
I told y'all that was a thing. I told you a lot of people
Well,
out
I
here
don't think
smushing
that-
sandwiches.
No, first of
No.
all,
It's a real big thing.
Uncrustables are not smushed sandwiches.
They are smush sandwiches.
They are
No,
not. They
they
are
are
crimped.
If you were to
Crimped
take a
edges.
white bread sandwich,
Crimped?
Nope.
No.
Yeah,
because
and
it's
make
not
peanut butter and
squeezed
jelly.
into the
It's
bread.
cramped.
if you were to make a peanut butter and jelly and don't squish it and just take a cut and a cross section and then take an Uncrustable and cut that thing, that bread, I hate to tell y'all, is squished.
It's
Now-
not squished.
Where is it squished?
What do you mean? It's squished all the way across
All the way across, around the edge.
and around the edge.
Just around the
Not
edge.
in the
It
center.
ain't
The
squashed
center's
in the
not
middle.
squished at all. Not
No,
even a little
the
bit.
No,
reason
it's not
why-
bleeding
Not
through
squished
the...
at all.
That's like saying that.
It's not
That's
bleeding
like,
through
that's
the
like saying
bread.
your pizza rolls are squished. They are not squished. They're cramped, just like an
See what it
Uncrustable.
is you're looking at it and you're like,
I don't. That's a different kind of dough.
You know
That's
what?
A whole different
You also
world.
think that
No, it is
black,
not.
the color black is midnight blue, so we can just move on with the sandwich thing.
Right.
We can.
Well, I mean, that box is blue, but anyway, bringing up the sandwich thing.
I'm gonna make.
I'm
that.
glad she got enlightened on getting some squishing in on some sandwiches.
I would say
it's gonna change your whole life.
That
You're
wall
gonna come in
must
next
be
week.
pink. Then, right?
So here's the thing. It can't squish the sandwiches because it's just it's a circle. It's a mold. It looks like a cookie cutter. So there's no smushing happening anywhere near the middle because they're not.
It just ain't.
Well, I mean, agree to disagree. I mean, I guess I've eaten Uncrustable in my life, and I'm just gonna say,
Yeah, it's because they're cheap and they use really cheap thin bread. That's why it's smaller.
I'm just saying, you make you one with that new sandwich maker.
I did.
And you come in here and you say it's not squished.
It's not. Are ravioli squished?
And that's your prerogative.
Are pierogies squished?
Are pizza rolls squished?
They're not. No, that's
Are
a
Hot Pockets
different. That's a whole different thing.
Oh, is it?
Stromboli, calzone.
It's a different
Hot Pocket.
thing. It's a whole different thing there, guys.
Omelets.
I can't believe you can't see the
Yeah,
difference.
Are
omelets
omelets
squished.
squished?
I mean, we're just talking different worlds here. We're just not going to see eye to eye on this. I just have to say.
Yeah, it's sort of like one of us has his eyes
Man, I'm just
closed.
gonna say if this bit makes it in, we
Let's
had
make it
nothing
in.
to talk about this
You
week.
know, we've got stuff to talk about. I just wanted to bring up a funny little serendipitous moment where I said how dumb it was to have
Right.
a thing that makes Uncrustables at home, and then 2 days later I get home and there's a whole set of them on my front door.
There's a set.
It's a whole set.
Yeah, it's different sizes.
Is it
Well,
levels
like
of
different
squish?
breads.
No, it's different circumferences because they don't get squished.
Oh, it's levels of squish.
No.
So if you use a smaller circumference,
So he's
that's a
saying,
squish
like,
sandwich.
some of them, like an Italian bread loaf is wider. You're going to get a different cut than you are out of your regular enriched white.
You're going to get a different squish. That's good.
AJ has nothing to say because
I wanted
that's
to,
why.
It's still on the thing. I wanted to make the cut. I want the whole Dorito discussion to be in the final product.
All right. Well, I just hope it didn't cut off at a really inconvenient part to make that happen.
It did.
But it did?
It did not.
Okay. Well, yeah.
No, it didn't.
I'm sorry about the Doritos, AJ.
No, what do you
sorry.
want?
I wish you could see. I wish
See
you
what he
could
did?
hear head nodding because
Did
I
you
mean,
AJ, do you realize
it's
what he
shame.
did?
What he did now?
Okay, so he jumped on you about the Doritos, right? Mm-hmm. And I said he was being a bitch about the Doritos. And then they were like, cut it. We'll do it over. And then he comes back in.
I
and
never
he
said cut it.
Todd cut it. And then
I did
you guys
cut
are
it.
like, we'll do it
I made
over.
it.
but I never said.
And
cut
then
it.
comes back in, and then he gets to rewrite the narrative about the Doritos and make you look like the asshole.
Oof.
I'm just saying, if you're coming up to do an hour-long podcast, if you need to get some Doritos in you, I get it. But if you're coming up to do an hour-long podcast, it's going to be real tough when you're eating Doritos.
Slight technical issue. We're back. We're
Called
just gonna
Todd
leave-
kicking cords.
We're just going to leave it and move on. Todd, how was your week?
Well, aside from kicking the power cord out of the Zoom, I did all right. It's a productive week. Spring's right around the corner.
Ugh.
You know what we're doing tomorrow, don't you? Springing ahead.
Oh, are we seriously?
I'm pretty damn sure about that.
Does that mean that we get an hour?
No.
No, that's fall back, yeah.
We lose an hour.
We're losing an hour? This needs to stop.
I mean, it's already lost.
needs to stop,
it's technically
man.
already lost. Why?
I mean, tractors
Here's-
are driven by GPS. The whole farmer argument.
Here's,
it's a whole
here's the
different
thing
You
never-
want
I'm
to help
happy
a farmer
about.
take care of John Deere in
It
the
never
Monsanto.
was.
I would
So,
really
operation.
rather have light till 7 o'clock at night. That's going to be fan-freaking-tastic.
It was never about farmers. It was about rich Victorian people sending their kids to school when it was the most hot out.
Well, we got AC, man.
Where were those Victorian people? Texas?
Victoria.
Like,
They're in Victoria.
come on now.
I feel like they were like everywhere that people were during the Victorian
It's not that hot over
is
here.
an era of time. It's not
Thank you.
like an ethnicity of people. Like there wasn't the Victorians.
They're wearing some heavy clothes. Heavy clothes.
A lot of wool. A lot of wool. A lot of real good
Corsets.
smells in that era.
Man.
We're so close to talking about Amish people again.
And here we go.
All right, Amish update.
And we're back.
I saw a couple wagons this week. I went to.
Oh,
They
did
are
you?
buggies, by the way.
Do you see some?
I went to
That's my
upstate
entire
New York. Where's
life
upstate
right
New
now.
York. Is upstate New York everything that isn't New York City?
Pretty much.
Well, it's like above the Finger Lakes, upstate New York.
So did I go there this week?
No, you did not.
Okay.
Where'd you go?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Oh yeah, that's Buffalo.
I gotta say, I drove right by the stadium, and
Yeah, Orchard Park Stadium. yeah.
I bet it's like one of the oldest still operating stadiums.
Here we go.
It
Oh,
just
bump
seemed.
that cord again.
I mean, I saw this blue, like Buffalo that was had the stripe and everything. It was super cool, man. I mean, every business had a flag and stuff like that. It was really cool, but it just reminded me of just old style open stadiums.
So the oldest would be Soldier Field, which is the Dub Airs.
Dub Bears.
When was Buffalo Stadium built?
Let me just take a look. It opened in 1973.
It looked like it opened in 1973. Just like the architectural aspects of just like that.
Right. Kind of
old
reminds you
style
of the Brady's house.
concrete.
Off the Brady's? Yeah, the Brady house.
Oh, yeah.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Brady. It's like, why isn't that
There's a whole
sounding
bunch.
right?
There's a whole bunch of them. But don't do that. You'll have to throw your cough away because you have to come back different area of the microphone.
Hey, Jay, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna let you sit in with me on an editing session, and you can.
Oh, wow. So that's almost 50 years older than
It's your privilege.
Orchard Park.
All I'm saying is I had a bag of cheeseburgers here, and they told me to, like, when we were done, I was like, I've been staring at these things for an hour. I want to get into them. And they're like, you could have just ate them.
I'm just saying, in the ballpark of foods that make noise, Doritos, a bag of Doritos, not Doritos in a bowl, and a cheeseburger are two different worlds.
Cheeseburger in a paper bag in a plastic
I'd have
wrapper.
made you take it out of the bag.
Well, yeah, I'm going to eat the bag.
Well, I mean, if you were holding it, I'd be like, hey, man, can you just lose that bag? I'm sorry, AJ. You're just staring daggers into my soul over here.
Well, you just keep
And
driving it.
I'm just not saying. I'm just even bringing it up. I'm not saying you can never eat Doritos again.
So, Brock, did you
It's
come
what
across
it's what it feels like.
Just not if I'm around you.
did you come
Like,
across any
I
fun
don't want to catch you
headlines
eating
this
Doritos
week?
again.
Not really. Everything's kind of been sad and depressing.
Yeah, those aren't good ones usually. I mean, because you really look like a. Well, we can bleep it out. You really look like an asshole when you make fun of sad and depressing ones.
I mean, I can still do it
Well,
if you want me to. I'll
not
just look
really.
For a sad or depressing.
We can.
It's a tough time for the news. Tough time for happy stories. Just not a lot out there. Not a lot out there.
So, AJ, when's
Yes,
the Lancaster job coming to an end?
Never.
Never. He's just out there.
I'm just gonna live there now.
Were you gonna convert? You gonna find a nice family and
No, I brought some more brochures back. Whenever I go there, in the hotel, there's a wall,
right.
And it's like, there's more stuff to do down here. We promise. We don't suck, but it does. But
Is it like butter churning and things like of that
so
nature?
that's hidden. That's weaved in. All right.
Okay.
So there's like awful magic, laser tag, go karts, and it's like, want to ride a buggy? Want to spend a day with the Amish? It says Amish experience on it.
No kidding.
I'm going
That's great.
laser tag. Do I want to ride a buggy?
I think I could figure out the Amish experience in the first hour.
Yeah, it's like Amish experience. Work with the Amish, hang out with the Amish, ride in a buggy.
What is the work with the Amish program? Is it just like a free labor source where it's
Just
just like
sounds
these
like-
people come out and
Like,
just get some stuff
Look
done?
at these fools. They're paying us to work right now.
They want a cathartic.
It's just really
experience.
funny because it's like, check out all this cool stuff, and then there was one Amish dude with a stack, like a box of like brochures. He's like, we're just gonna put ours in here too.
Pepper
Come on down, see how it's done.
Yeah, it's
on
like
the community.
Yeah, they're like magic and laser tag and go karts and all kinds of stuff. And here you can milk this cow, help us work, ride this buggy.
Oh, wow, it's a first grade field trip.
Yeah,
That sounds like a sweet first grade field.
there
trip.
is one that's that.
We went to Snyder's Farm when I was in first grade.
So
Very
you remember?
fun.
Do you remember the cartoon Kablam? How it was like the spiky bubbles all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So there's that, and it's like milk a cow. It's like
No
so-
kidding.
And in my head, it was just like, you want to milk this cow? Like, what's up? You bored, bird lonely? Milk this cow? Like, what are we talking about? I had a flat tire, and now I'm wearing blue jean everything.
I tried
Whose
to
hat
find
is this?
like a weird, funny story, and now I'm just sort of upset.
Didn't Tim Allen and Christy Alley make a movie about stopping along the road and being in an Amish community
I've
all
seen
of a sudden?
it. Money Talks, I believe.
Yeah, aren't they hiding?
Oh, is that what's
yeah,
going on?
Money problems or something, but yeah, it's called Money Talks.
I think the best movie about being in an Amish community is Kingpin.
Kingpin. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh, Roy Munson
What-
and
that was
what
a
was
What is the What is the
what's
the
Randy
better-
Quaid's name in that movie?
Hamish?
Yeah, it is.
Randy Quaid has gone insane.
Insane.
He did it a long time ago, and you were telling me about those videos you found. That was from a long time ago.
Yeah.
From when he
he-
was out back in the woods.
Well, yeah, but he still like can't come back in the state. That's awesome. Like that's so great. Not only was he so crazy and just got into all this illegal shit, he just can't come back, so he's just staying where he is.
He was at.
But not off the internet.
I think
And
it was
that's
a
what I
year-
appreciate about him.
I think it was a year ago, or maybe two. He was at Steel City Con, and I wanted to go and just go up to him and be like, "Come on, man! Like, that's not. This is a bit, right?"
You know, just let crazies be crazy, man.
Publicity
Like
stunt,
I
right?
still like I love 80s action movies. I love me some Gary Busey.
Oh,
love
I
him
just- I just
even
watched
more than
Point
he's
Break.
crazy.
Just watched Point Break last night.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's great, but now he's crazy now.
It's
Like,
it's
but
hard
it's-
to not like when you
Some
watch
folks
him.
go crazy.
When you watch him, you know it's hard to not see like his memes.
You
with the
need-
big old fake teeth.
You
and
need to watch like
the meth
there's a wife
look.
swap, that show Wife Swap. He was on that, and she's just like, oh, he had a spiritual awakening. Like she's just on board with his craziness, and like someone else's wife is with him and is like completely lost.
What an odd show premise. I always found that just
Yeah, Wife Swap. I thought it was like, I'm like, they can't put a swinger show on MTV. They're like, that's not what it's about. I'm like, why would you call it that?
it leaves you scratching your head as
It's-
to the pitch room,
couple other things too.
may as well be called Key Bowl.
the pineapple experience.
I mean, the whole show is like, how close can we get these people to physically fight without actually doing it?
And
Fuck.
yeah, I mean, of course they put like polar opposites
Yeah,
together.
I mean the casting was spot on. It was just like, who is the worst pair that we could possibly have? Like, let's take a hyper religious family from the country and throw them into like New York City
Yeah.
and see how that is. Which I mean is the premise of the show, but they'd be out here making some wild TV shows.
Hey, so we do have some exciting news. Starting to finally see Alex's song to fruition about old Daddy Cool Bird. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Old Daddy Cool Bird, man. Baddest motherfucker around.
Of course he was.
That's a direct quote. I'm trying to cuss less. I've been in the editing room and I've just been...
What is this? What is this?
Oh, boy.
What do you call what? It's fucking like 7:30 on a Saturday, and you're a fucking bill collector calling me. I don't know what the fuck you people are doing, but you lost. All right,
I collect bills.
Every business comes with a risk, and you guys bought my debt, and you ate that risk because you're fucked. You're not getting it.
Please press 1 for English.
Banana phone.
The fucking balls.
You should have pressed 3 for man-eater. Or 4 for... what was number 4?
Private eyes, isn't it?
I believe it's private eye.
Sorry,
Yep.
I did that last week and I left it in, so I'll take it out this
Oh
week.
boy.
No, you got to sit on it. You did it again. You got to.
I gotta own it.
Yeah.
Oh, just ruining Hall Notes for AJ one song at a time. Just, no Doritos.
Saturday night.
No Hall and Oates.
7:49 on a Saturday night. They fucking. What are they doing? Calling people.
I mean, that is what they're doing.
The balls.
Maybe where there are, it isn't 7:49.
It's still Saturday.
But is there not an acceptable time to call on a Saturday?
No.
You're saying Monday through Friday, business hours.
Yeah.
That's when you call to
If
collect.
you want
the
to do
steak you're never
business
gonna
with
get?
me, you call business hours.
I'm never gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm never gonna make it. Hey, how is Diane? She had a cone there for a while.
Oh, she's
and
doing great. She
You keep her from jumping out of any second story windows.
well, that was Jack, but he's all right.
I
He
saw
oh
him
boy
today.
did he want to when I was putting Keller's
Multiple
window in.
times. He was just like,
He's
I
just
think-
looking in that window like,
He's
oh
like,
boy, it looks like a nice hole in that wall.
I think I can make it.
Like
Big
where?
boy.
Just it.
I don't even know if he jumped out, but like he definitely was leaning up against the screen at
You
least.
think he
and
just fell out? Like he was just, all 18 pounds of him was just leaning there and it just, oh shit.
He's getting to be a heavy cat.
He is. He almost weighs as much as my baby, who did not get diarrhea from the gas station egg salad.
She could be a strong
Nice.
woman when she grows
Nice.
up.
You know what would have
That's
been
good.
better if you had that press for that egg salad.
No.
Crept those edges.
I mean, you got to smush an egg salad a little bit. You know what I mean?
I didn't say about smushing it. I just wanted to see AJ's face diving back into that one.
AJ, how many pounds of egg salad do you think you eat in a month?
Well, I don't eat it consistently though.
What
It's like-
what do you eat? What would you say you eat consistently then? Hard boiled eggs.
I eat a lot of various things. Like I don't know. Last week I had
Slim
a lot.
Jims?
Last week ate a lot of Domino's. Week before that ate a lot of Popeyes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh Popeyes, man. Todd, it just hurts Todd's feelings. He just ain't never been to a Popeyes.
Not once.
Oh man, ghost
Not
pepper wings.
once.
I get the tender meal.
Did I tell you that I tried to go to a
Scrambles?
Popeyes? It was down in Pittsburgh,
Mhm.
and
I've been to that one.
I had seen it. Well, it's closed. I had seen it one.
I was there when it was open, but yeah.
and I went down next.
AJ
the
was
next
just out
week, and I was
shopping
like,
for
I am
real
going
estate.
to that Popeyes. Closed, boarded up. I was like, what just happened?
Is that the one that we? Was
They
that the
found
one
out
that
you
we
was coming
passed?
to
It was
try it.
on Route 8 down by Wilkinsburg.
Did we pass that one?
Yes, we did actually.
Just saying, your fast food chicken list is sad. What's your Brock? What's
I
your
hear
fast
Church's
food chicken
chicken's
list?
pretty good. I never had Church's.
They're
Heard
pretty
Church's
good.
were
It's on the list, but it's not Popeyes.
I mean,
Not
I'm a crispy, crunchy chicken guy.
Well, crispy crunchy chicken's a knockoff version of Popeyes. We don't got Popeyes. That's our Popeyes.
I don't give a shit. Oreo was a knockoff version. Look who's still around.
Well, that's what I mean. It's good because
Oreo was a knockoff version.
yeah.
What was Hydrox?
It was some horrible name.
Was it? Wasn't that what those cookies were
It
called?
was like
Hydrox?
oxydrodine. Yeah, I don't know. It was
Something you could get in a drugstore.
yeah.
It sounded like a medication of sorts. Yeah,
You ever
topical.
eat some Necco wafers?
Mm-hmm.
My
Good old
mom likes those.
drugstore candy. Candies have changed since like your mom's era and like
I used to.
a lot of hard candy. Do you think you just like because I remember that being a thing when I was a kid where like my buddy's great grandma always had the hard candies, you know, just
Did
the
she have
ones
some
that she
butterscotches
made.
in there?
No, just like shatter candy. That
Oh,
they
like
would've-
hardtack.
Yeah, oh yeah. But it just seems like you get to a certain age and you're just like, I just, want something to suck on a while. And you just go in hard candy. Maybe because of teeth,
I was thinking dental reasons, probably.
dental reasons. Yeah, probably so.
It's Hydrox. The original sandwich cookie.
The original. Do they
I,
still
I
make
may have
them?
said Hydrox even.
Do they still make them?
They're not. Am I correct in saying that the cookie is not completely round? It almost looks like a doily.
What's your favorite Oreo?
Favorite? I just like an Oreo, man.
Oh
Like
man,
an original, like the
Have you had the
regular-
peanut butter
double-
ones?
Double stuff.
Double stuff.
have you had the peanut butter ones?
Peanut butter ones are good. I like the vanilla cookie ones.
So, I had a life-changing experience finding out that I can buy just the Oreo cookie. I am a big black cocoa kind of guy. That's right up my alley.
I'd be excited that I could buy just the Oreo cookie if I could find out that you could just buy the filling. Because then I just wouldn't have to buy the cookies. Because I just
You'd be putting them together by yourself.
I just think we'll just get Todd. I'll tell you what. You just buy some Oreos. I'll go through them and eat all that filling, and then you can just have what's left over.
See,
and
that's
So
I won't lick
here's the
'em.
thing.
I would
How
do
are
that
you,
too.
how are you
I'll do
clearing the filling from the
You
cookie?
just take the cookie and
You just I'll
Well,
use
yeah,
a
but I'm
utensil.
asking him how he's gonna do it.
how he's gonna
He
do
don't want
it.
a bunch of cookies licked by Alex.
Well, it wouldn't matter as long as they sat around a little bit longer, so they weren't still a little moist.
little damp cookie.
So you mean just the cookie part? Like
Yeah.
I'd tear that up.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite part. And
I'm-
most people think that I'm the weirdo.
I'm a
but-
very bland person. Like sugar cookies, I don't want 3 inches of
No,
frosting.
I don't-
just
I
want
do
the
not-
regular sugar cookie.
So another weird trait that I have is
It'd be like sugar
I do
cookies,
not
that's
eat
what-
maple syrup on pancakes or waffles.
Okay, so you're Satan, but like, so I, so that's crossing the damn line.
Yeah, like just out here eating plain.
But Jasmine doesn't do that either.
Well, y'all let us know when the mothership comes to pick you up.
How much water do you drink to? Like you die.
What about
Oh, if
buckwheat?
everybody could have seen his face, that was pretty priceless right there.
You put syrup
Like
on
remember
buckwheat?
when I
On
had
what?
that jerky chew?
Buckwheat.
Buckwheat, or actually even
I
more
got a
so,
pickle.
my favorite.
I got a
without.
pickle.
Oh my god,
It's just out here eating them dry.
that's like eating mortar.
Just eating them dry.
You
Wow.
definitely need a glass of milk with that. You know.
I mean, you probably need a gallon of milk with that, or just just eat some sawdust if you want.
I just
to.
wonder. I wonder what
My favorite Oreo
probably puts
is,
things to a stop.
my
down
favorite
there.
Oreo is the mint ones. I like the mint
Yeah,
ones.
those are pretty
Mint are
good.
I like
It's like the Halloween ones, even though there's nothing different about
Dude,
them.
That
just the
orange
orange
frosting's
filling.
different. Don't let them tell you that. Don't let them tell you it ain't different. That dye they're using is adding a little something in there. It's
Well, if there's some
probably-
red 40, you probably get a little bit more of a ADD
probably
effect
mind,
from it.
Probably a mind control thing.
That's what makes it tasty. Is that added ADD in there? That's where the love comes from. The added ADD.
Is that what Red 40 does? I thought Red 40 was the stuff that killed your sperm count.
Well, it may, but
Didn't work
I
on
know. So, back in my day, like everybody had ADD and was put on Ritalin, and you were also supposed to skip Red 40. That was supposed to like
even
amplify some sort of
Oh.
thing that made you even more. Maybe it was the ADHD, the hyperactive side of it.
I mean, I took Ritalin enough to know I didn't need it. Felt like
I took
don't.
Ritalin enough to know that I don't remember it.
I could feel my heartbeat in my jaw.
And you were just taking that one pill orally every day, huh?
Well, as prescribed. As prescribed.
It doesn't work. 'Cause
Definitely to me, allegedly. Definitely wouldn't.
Oh, well, it causes cancer.
What, Red 40?
Yeah.
It's
Well-
so pretty, though. I mean, I'm going to ingest pretty food.
You don't want it to not look like the color on the outside of the can. So you just got to
It's
throw a
made
bunch of
from
chemicals in
petroleum.
there, make sure
What?
that happens.
Mix it up.
Red 40 is made from petroleum.
I'm going to have to vet this news source because it says Red Dye 40 is a synthetic food dye made from petroleum. Research has shown that
There's
it
a
is
lot
linked
of
to
things
certain
made from
ADHD
petroleum that is
symptoms.
food safe. You'd be surprised.
Red dye. So I just typed red dye 40 and it said ADHD. That was the top one I came up with. What's the link?
What do we use? Why are we using this? What is it in?
Well, you got to use it to make things look good.
So have been found to
I bet it's in code red.
exacerbate. That's what they say. They
Don't want to do that too much,
exacerbate
you'll go blind.
symptoms of ADHD.
Oh, okay, yeah. You don't want to exacerbate.
No, you'll go blind. Keep doing that.
That's a different word.
What the?
Oh,
they
yeah,
put it
they're
in
A
pickles?
Yeah, the right. I was just going through my pockets. I was kind of bored.
What was that?
AJ,
I don't always wear
AJ,
this
have
coat.
you ever flown? Have you ever been through TSA?
No.
Oh
I
man.
would just love.
He would-
I would just love to see what you would try to get through. They'd be like, "Why you got this wrench?"
So shortly after 9/11, I went to go through.
On an uplifting note,
Right. No, I went to go. It turns out to be a good story. Went to go through the Pittsburgh airport, and so my name is Todd Richard Harry. Yeah, funny enough as it is, right? Well, it could be 3 first names or 3 last names. So the TSA was like, "That is an alias. That is totally a made-up name." So
Just so you know, we're not falling for it.
right.
Here's
So-
the cuffs.
You just had to listen to the TSA trash talk your given name for like a half hour.
I did. I got searched and all
They're
kinds
like,
of
hey,
stuff.
listen, if you're going to have an alias, like, make it a believable one. I mean, come on, you trying to fly through? Like, you heard about security being heightened. It's a difficult time. You
At
know
least
what
it
I
wasn't
mean?
your dad.
My dad's name is Tom Richard Harry, and
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
my grandparents did not know that turn of phrase, or they claim at least they were ignorant of the fact. So anyway, so we miss our flight to Florida,
Darn.
but our luggage did not.
Oh no!
So we drive the whole way down to Florida,
Just to get
like
your
a
shit.
bat out of hell. And we get there, and we didn't pick up our luggage, so it decided to go to Michigan.
Oh, I
So-
was thinking Milwaukee. I was like, we got to get to Florida before our bags go to Milwaukee.
So we're down there, and we're in Naples, kind of ritzy down there, you know. And we're like, yeah, we went to Target and bought some clothes till we can get our luggage. Everybody's like, yeah, I would have bought throwaway clothes too. I'm like, what kind of world am I in? Like, what's a throwaway clothes? I just
Yeah,
spent
what's-
money on these things. I'm gonna wear
To
them.
me, a throwaway clothes is a T-shirt you've had for about 12 years, and it's just got too many holes in
It's
it.
just as thin as a piece of
Yeah.
paper.
And then it's a rag.
Yeah,
and
it's a
then
rag.
and then
After-
and then it's a rag for a good life. It lives a good
Yeah, for
life.
5
as a
more
rag.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's a throwaway clothes.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm not just buying them
Old
yesterday.
T-shirt full of caulking. Throwaway clothes.
And just so everybody knows, that's caulking, CAULKING.
It's a mixture.
It could be a mixture, you know. I took
All
that-
purpose.
That's
all
not-
purpose rags.
That's not what was on the shirt. No, it was completely different.
So
That's a good pitch for our T-shirts. If you want a T-shirt, go over there to the old Bandcamp merch and order that thing, and you
Got it
can
up
wear
in
it till it
rags.
wears out, and then you'll have yourself an officially licensed, royally
T-shirts,
bankrupt
T-shirt
rag.
/4 rags.
Or if you're like AJ, you could just cut the sleeves off of that thing. You got 2 officially licensed, royally bankrupt rags right off the rip. So
Or
that's a 3-for-1 value.
should we
A
put
t-shirt and 2 headbands.
start putting tags in the sleeves then? You think?
So, someone was talking to me. They're like, so do you cut the sleeves off the shirts that you guys sell? And I said no, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, I'm just sitting in a room, and you guys are like, these 30 are to go out, and these 30 are to cut the sleeves off, and you get it. And the front man gets on me, he's like, you just gave me 45 sleeveless shirts, and I said I needed 50 sleeve shirts. What are you doing back there? And I'm like Charlie Day with the yarn and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, I can't keep up with the sleeveless shirt business. And like,
There is
just-
no Pepe Sylvia.
yeah, that's just my job of the band is to cut the sleeves off the shirts that are going.
Dude, we
out.
should start having
hand cut sleeves.
when you go out for your going to town shirts and you're getting a new one, and you want to when you're going out
And
you,
we're back.
when
Take
you're going
2.
out and you want to get sleeves or you want to get new going to, when you're going out and you want to get new going to town shirts, you
Make
just
'em
take them home, cut the sleeves off, bring them here. We'll screen print the sleeves and we'll just sell AJ sleeves where you can get you a royally bankrupt sleeve rag.
Yeah, just sleevesonly.com. I like this.
Sleeves on. Sleeves. We've got an endless supply. It's a dead inventory
Only
of
sleeves.
sleeves.
Only sleeves.
Only sleeves.
Just a
Only sleeves. You know,
just
I don't
a-
know, man.
it's a
There's gonna be
rising
a lot
e-
of people going to that website
It's a-
thinking it ain't what we selling.
It's a rising empire. I feel like we got something going there.
If we were going to pre-sell, or if we were going to sell pre-cut shirts, you would be the guy that we had in the corner.
It just says
That-
royally
you are
bankrupt,
our
hand cut sleeves.
Specialist.
AJ's just in the corner cutting sleeves off of shirts naked so he won't steal any of them.
Yikes.
He's just over there.
Oh no!
AJ, where are the sleeves? You got extra sleeves? Where are the sleeves at, AJ?
Just like a feral animal with
Man.
a pair of scissors.
Well,
Where
there are things that could go wrong cutting sleeves off of shirts naked.
for hours. Yeah, just wear nothing but a pair of fabric scissors. Just
We'll get you a nice apron made of sleeves.
I was actually I
Real
brought
hobo deal.
I have a Pabst Blue Ribbon apron that I brought with me today somewhere. I didn't end up using it, which was sad, but forgot I had it. Brought it with me though. It's an emotional support Pabst Blue Ribbon apron.
Just remind you of the taste when you're cooking. Do you cook with Pabst a lot? Is that a real
Oh yeah,
good-
I used to make hamburger helper with it all the time. So you
Instead
do
of hamburger?
well, no.
Or
So you do
Instead
the
of
Holy
helper.
Trinity, right?
It's just
You do
burger
your
and
ground beef
beer.
with the Holy
Right.
Trinity. You do like celery, onions, and green peppers, and then splash some Pat's Blue Ribbon in there, a little bit of teriyaki sauce, let that cook in the meat, and then you make your hamburger helper. Gourmet,
I
gourmet
think that
shit.
you may have
Gourmet
to
shit.
pick and choose the flavors of hamburger helper, though. I don't think that's
I've done it
gonna
with the
go-
stroganoff and the cheesy. I went both.
Yeah, I
Th-
don't
those
think
are
that's
the
gonna
two
go with some of
extremes.
them, though.
I love that you were like, I did
All
it
right,
with the
write 'em
stroganoff
down.
and the cheesy,
It may.
both kinds.
I'm just saying.
I want to go through the,
the only
list.
two kinds. The only two kinds of hamburger helper: cheesy and stroganoff.
No, those were the two highest different ones. That's why I went with both.
Cheeseburger one's good.
I just don't know if the
cheesy
soy would go with like the lasagna one.
I don't know, probably not. You know what I saw at
Well,
the
I did it to
store?
the meat that went into it, not the whole thing.
Well, I understand.
But does the meat go into the hamburger helper?
Yes.
Doesn't it help it?
For God's sakes. No,
Yeah.
There's
the product
hamburger,
helps
and
the
then
hamburger.
there's the helper. I think they're helping it. I think it's a joint effort. I think they're helping each other. Because I believe the sauce
Friends
is part
help
of the
friends.
helper. Ate a lot of hamburger helper growing up. I mean,
I called it rich man's ramen
lasagna.
because like you eat ramen when you're poor, but like when you're poor, you make a lot.
I'll
of
tell you
hamburger
what.
helper. You only
I
need
ate
meat
some,
and
I
milk.
made some expensive ramen.
Oh yeah, throw like kielbasa in there.
some
eggs.
jailhouse cheese.
You all right? You make me worried.
Some
I think you're just going to spit up a kidney.
Doritos.
Yeah, I just
So I was watching this show. It's a Matt Groening show, Disenchanted.
Yeah.
yeah, I heard
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, I've seen.
And there was an
Parts-
episode that was with a giant, and she like coughed she coughed up a horse. It was just an interesting thing.
Nah.
This kind of reminded me of that for no
well,
reason at
AJ's
all.
burps sneak up on him. It's like he's
Her
just always
voice.
so surprised by him.
Was it because
oh,
her?
oh no.
Was her voice? It was because her voice was hoarse. Is that why? Is that why
Maybe.
you did
She
that?
couldn't talk, but yeah, I mean, it was.
It's
one
a
of-
good
that's
show.
one-
If you haven't watched it, you should get
That
it.
Oh,
was
you,
the-
have
that
you
was-
seen it all?
That was the joke. That was the
that's-
they
I haven't
intentionally
seen it
did
all.
that, and I'm mad about it now.
Yeah,
I
feel
watched
like
the
you did it on
first
purpose, yeah.
part. Is it a part? And then they call them something. There's 5.
Huh?
There's not seasons. They
Huh?
call it something. There's 5.
Is it chapters?
I think it's just partials, partial episode, partial group. I don't know.
Did you guys
Science.
see Tuna Helper?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
stuff
that's
disgusting.
stuff. Boy,
I like
does it
No, I
rip
like-
up some guts.
It's
I-
not bad. But it's not. I don't dislike it, but I remember the first time I saw it on the shelf, I like threw up.
No,
was like,
I,
no,
I
I
actually.
can't eat tuna
love it.
casserole. Like when I was living with Brock,
I
Jasmine
love
would
it.
make it, and I just can't. I just can't eat
I
it.
enjoy the hell out
it's
of
good.
it.
I just can't even. Can't do it.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
you guys ever see a food at the store and you just look at it and instantly feel sick?
No.
I bet you don't.
Tuna
I've seen what
casserole.
you eat.
Tuna casserole, I do.
They don't sell.
They have a tuna casserole at the store. I might feel some kind of way about that one.
Just an already made
I
tuna
don't
casserole.
know. How long has that been bagged up?
I had the same like visceral reaction.
Just
from
long
the,
enough. It's got a nice bite.
from the.
Blue cheese in there? No, it's not.
That's the tuna.
It's a really interesting taste profile on this thing. I gotta say.
When'd you get blueberry bread?
Hey, that's penicillin. That's good for you.
I mean, if a
I don't know exactly.
I don't know.
But I think
AJ,
it's
if
part
a
of
gas
what's in
station
penicillin.
had tuna casserole just in a display case, are you going for it?
No, I've had tuna salad sandwich from
Here's
gas.
the
Oh,
thing.
every day. I have one every day.
Here's the thing I don't get about the
Every day.
sandwiches is like
You're gonna
as
die of
we
mercury poisoning.
as we start to go further,
Could be a thing.
like you've
That's
had
happened.
these gas stations around here, you've had the egg salad, so
Well,
you
of
know
course.
you can trust it
I help out local
to
businesses.
just make you as sick as you normally are. You know,
Well,
it's
what
not
he's
gonna make you
saying
more sick.
on tour, like let's say we're 3 states away.
Yeah,
You
like,
getting an egg salad from a gas
yeah,
station?
I'll sponsor some local egg
you
salad
gonna risk?
sandwiches.
You
All
gonna
right.
see what the egg salad's like
Hey,
where we're at?
Wait, in different,
on the
different
road,
states,
hey.
yeah. Like, what if
Might
like,
as well try it.
hey AJ,
It's
We'll
all
do an
new.
AJ rating of gas
Yeah.
station egg salads
'Cause you could
across
be
like-
50 states.
because you
We're
could
going to
be
get
like,
Ohio.
Hey AJ, what about that egg salad sandwich from Missouri? Was it like the one that you had over here in Kentucky? I'm like, hell no, that one was way worse. Like, you don't know. We can make a flow chart of egg salad
I
sandwiches.
just want you to remember, there's no room in the bus for a bathroom.
Oh boy.
That is your.
I mean,
guys'
hey,
problem.
we'll do Goon
we'll just get
style.
them Slim Jims.
And we'll do Goon style and do a piss hole. They got a piss hole cut right in the.
You're riding piss hole.
Yeah, you're right.
AJ.
I forgot all about that. What movie? was
AJ,
that?
I know that.
That's on Goon.
AJ, I know that venue
Yes.
had zero monitoring for you, but you really fucked up. You're riding piss hole.
You're right. Piss hole.
I do not think pissing will be the problem that arises from foreign.
Well,
Well,
pissing.
I
out
know,
your
but you
ass.
can use the same hole. That's the beauty of it.
I don't know if you really want
I
to.
mean, you're gonna have to do. It's gonna.
There isn't really going to be room for a piss
So-
hole either.
No, there's gonna have to be.
I already had that plan. I drink beer in a lot of garages. So what you do is,
Well, hey, it's a van, so we can just
Well-
pull the dog box off.
I mean, we're
Well,
familiar with
just
the
be
urinal
coating
with
it.
the pipe that goes outside, bro.
yeah, but just
Rob-
I
take
got
an
that in
inch
my
hole,
garage.
drill it down through, put a little, inch clear tubing, run it up to a funnel, put it in the
Yeah.
corner, and then pee in the funnel like a urinal.
Just want to do things that are good for the environment.
Spray a little
So,
thing.
like, let's pretend I'm 43 years old and the stream's not quite as tight as it used to be.
Lean closer. like,
Buy a funnel.
Well,
It's a funnel.
everybody knows that you're going to just have a Gatorade bottle run to a hose.
no,
And that way you get to...
I was gonna have an oil funnel.
Yeah.
Is there still going to be oil in it?
No,
Is it
Well,
going to be a multi-purpose funnel for the van? You'd be like, hey,
Where's
Tranny
that funnel?
fluid and pee.
we're a quart low. Grab the funnel. Got to
You
get
grab
some in
it.
there.
Where's my good funnel? Oh, come on, my granddad gave that to me. That was my granddaddy's funnel.
That's crazy. There's probably a funnel down at old Less Friction that was Todd's granddaddy's funnel. That's a good joke.
That's such a clean sample.
A real classic funnel. Just back when they just were building them out of just cans.
The galvanized steel that looks
Yep.
like it's.
And the pipe on it's corrugated.
Oh yeah.
I remember my dad had one.
Yeah, we got one.
Well,
It's
speaking of
fancy.
vans,
It's real fancy.
speaking of vans and such, do we got an update on what's
Crystal.
going on that front?
We gonna get a fuel pump for Crystal.
Well, I meant,
It's in.
You've put it in?
No, it's
Damn,
the
when
order.
did you have time to drop that fuel tank by
the
yourself,
order
Todd?
is in.
You got that thing in all by yourself? I can't believe it. Man, I can't wait to hear it tomorrow. That's going to be awesome.
I bet you we can start it. It's just not going to run well. Just like it has been, not running well. It runs enough
Yeah,
to
we got
upset us.
we got a fuel tank and we're 81.35% sure it's the right one. So we're gonna drop the gas tank
like
again
82.05.
and pray.
I'm just
Is
a
it?
little bit more than that. So we still have time and hope that the bus can be down at the festival.
We gonna try to get that fuel pump in there, and not try because we've already dropped that fuel tank a few times. We're getting pretty damn good at it, and I think we left it like undone a little bit, so it wouldn't be so hard to
We
take
left
out.
it 3/4 in.
Oh, there you go. Hanging by a thread.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Hey, we got 2 turns on that bolt.
I would love to
Too
get
good.
in there and just turn that thing into the sketchiest looking tour wagon.
It's. I mean,
What would
It's
you do
there
to add
already.
I mean,
sketchiness?
have you seen the bus? Like, does
its
it
name
look,
is Crystal.
It's already all white.
Well,
I mean, it looks like it's on some lists already. Like, it,
What are you gonna put 35s on it?
maybe.
So, just so everybody knows, we've got a 2006 E350
hell yeah.
single axle handicap bus.
Shuttle bus.
So we've got a 2006 wind sail.
And it was running when we bought it, kind of
It's got the worst
And,
engine Ford ever made in it.
5.4 liter
Hell yeah.
Try-
V8.
Triton, you think they when in the name and crew of the Triton, because you got your 302, you got your 50, you know what I mean? But in there they were like, listen, this is a 5.4. We know this thing is junk. We know it sucks.
We got to label something.
let's
on
go.
here.
So
the
I don't
only
know,
thing worse.
Triton. What about Triton, guys? And then
Titan,
they're like, okay.
Trident, Triton.
Like the gum.
The,
Do you think it was because they're like, hey, this is going in a bunch of vehicles that kind of look like catfish? Let's give it like a C name, Triton. You know, just a tough time. Just a tough time for Ford pickup trucks.
I just
in
can't
my
wait.
opinion.
the V10 was a worse engine than that, though.
Ugh.
I didn't hear the valves ticking from
Yeah.
that. Listen to all that power. I'm like,
It'd be turned off. It'd be like, man, I think I hear the valves ticking. What is going on in there?
How long ago did you shut this thing off?
you just wake up and look out the window. You're like, no, it's not running.
You say, what can we do to make it sketchier? But just wait until we build bunks in the first night we have to sleep in it.
I mean, you mean like sketchy going down the road. I thought you meant like making it sketchy. I thought you was going to get a free candy decal or something like that.
Oh, my goodness. I can't get behind that.
No, we're gonna
I mean, if it gets stuck, we have
spray
to.
paint the band name so it looks like graffiti.
We should get just like a fathead, like those wall decals for like the back window, and it just said it's I don't know some kind of celebrity, maybe Macho Man.
Could it
It's
just be-
like don't even?
Could it be the Samuel Jackson?
No, we're getting
It could be.
Motherfucker.
We're getting a cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito and then
That's
putting
what-
him where he would actually be, like physically.
I
in the
have
back
one saved
window.
in my Amazon shopping cart. For when I
So-
look
I
at it.
have two of them, and they both are not available anymore.
It would
Yeah,
just,
that's what
it would
mine
just be
said.
like his eyes.
Oh no! Still got to get a brandy for Joe downstairs. He's getting
Brandy.
lonely.
I
He's
said
just looking for his
Brandon.
family.
What a good wife you would be.
Hey,
So,
did you ever tell you
That
you
song
look like
came on so much. Sorry, I will come right back. That song comes on so much when we put on Hall & Oates radio on our little Google Dot thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we just made our own version where every word is brandy. So that's how I sing it.
Brandy,
So I'm like,
you're a
brandy.
brandy.
What a brandy. You would
Are you
brand
talking
such
about
a
Sailor Say?
brandy. Yeah.
oh Sailor Say?
Getting real heavy on the Hall and Oates talk the last couple of weeks.
Brandy.
What's a big part of AJ's life? Sailor
just-
Say, man. All the sailors say brandy.
I said brandy.
Sailor Say. All the sailors say brandy. You're a fine girl. What a good wife.
Yeah, we already did that.
We talked
Such a brandy.
Brandy.
What a
Bueno,
brand.
bueno.
What
It
a
sounded like you said.
yeah. What,
It sounded like you said "Buena Brandy," which that's gonna be an R&B song now. It's got to.
Well, brandy.
You just down
Well,
it.
Yeah.
brandy.
oh man, I'll get into
You
it.
just
What
down in a
what a
honky tonk,
brandy.
you see
You would
Buena
brand
Bran-
such a
brandy.
brandy. Like I even do the backup singing.
AJ, I ever tell you look like the actor who played Joe Dirt?
Oh Jesus.
You have told him
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah,
it,
if we're
it
being
didn't
honest,
originally
yeah.
come from you.
Yeah.
I've witnessed you.
Yeah. It was
Lady
at,
walks up
Yeah.
to AJ at like 3 in the morning
Yeah.
at a Denny's down.
No, that one was the one we were at it for lunch.
Was that in the afternoon? Was that when someone
Yeah.
Oh, so that was when we were in Butler at the.
No, that was
Ponderosa?
Saturday in Pittsburgh
Ponderosa?
when we were on the 3-day thing.
Okay.
And we went out for lunch. The 3 a.m. one was the one where I stood in line for like 10 minutes and no one came to get me.
Well, I
so
was
I
thinking
just
of the-
bailed and didn't pay.
I was thinking of the 3 a.m. one when we were damn near across the state,
Oh, yeah.
Wilkes-Barre.
Man, I
That's
can't
where I
believe
thought it
not all
happened.
Denny's are 24 hours anymore.
Yeah, it's sad. We should petition.
We go to Waffle House
Man, they just don't give a shit.
So-
I love Waffle
on our
House.
way
We
back from
are-
the Cleveland show.
Yeah.
There's a Waffle House on the Hubbard, Ohio exit.
Is Hall & Oates radio your go-to?
Not my go-to. It was her go-to at the house, and I definitely get behind it because Hall & Oates.
Rock, what's your go-to? Do you do like a radio when you go to like just put on tunes while you're doing stuff? Do you go like band radio, or do you go specific playlist you made?
Well, I have a whole bunch of
AIDS.
stuff saved on Spotify.
And you just go like your whole library shuffle and skip anything?
Usually,
Not
but
feel
sometimes I'll pick a song and I'll like search it instead of going to my library.
and it
so
plays
that
things
plays,
like it.
stuff related to it. I'll do that at work sometimes, and I learned a weird thing is that I love outlaw country.
Outlaw country. Woo!
Outlaw.
Old outlaw country, I love it.
Outlaw country.
New outlaw country.
Been crazy.
New outlaw country
My outlaw.
pisses me off so much because I don't believe any of
But
them.
why?
I don't believe any of them.
Because you can wake up on the wrong side of a pickup bed.
And I like these guys sing about being like an outlaw and shit, and I'm like, you're just a dick from a town of like 3,000.
Have you ever had dirty boots, sir?
I think the whole original like outlaw country thing really
Outlaw country.
was blown out of proportion, and his song, Waylon song, "Don't You Think This Outlaw Shit," it kind of says that like y'all are playing this up a bit. Playing this up a bit. Boy, I wasn't even. That's not even a curve. Just threw one in where it didn't even need to be. But back then they were like, "Listen, I don't know where y'all are getting this, but okay, sure, we'll play into this a bit." Whereas like today, I feel like it's all playing real into it. Like it's like, look, I've done bad things.
Yeah. Whoops. What do you do?
He says that, right? In the song Outlaw bit, like the concept is like, all right, guys, like this is sort of like an image for sales and everything, but they had the cocaine. The cops were right.
That's a great story. Tales from the Tour Bus. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
I was just going to plug it.
Yeah, watch that
Yep.
episode. It's a
Mike
great
Judge
story.
series. It's
I'm not saying they
fantastic.
wasn't doing outlaw shit, but that's the other thing. If you out here doing outlaw shit, you also ain't talking about it.
No,
You know what I mean? Like
Did
you're
you-
not like we're doing illegal stuff all the time out here.
George Jones got tied to the tree.
Yeah.
George Jones got tied to the tree.
All
I'm
right.
the greatest country singer in the world.
Yeah, and you're tied to a fucking tree.
Oh man, that's one I wish I could have seen. Wish I could have seen Waylon Jennings
But this is this new crop of guys. It's the same dudes that would have been like
and George Jones.
singing about farm work in like 2010. But now they're like, well, I'm a hard ass. Like, no, you're hardy. You're not a hard ass. Look at you. You look like someone drew Kid Rock from memory. You wear fur coats.
What's the other guy's name? Marshmallow?
Jelly roll.
Jelly Roll.
I don't
that's
think
the
he
one.
does that.
Well,
There is a marshmallow too. I'm
well,
sorry.
don't put him in the same category. Like he's like that's.
Yeah, he does his own thing.
I think a lot of times with those guys, it's just like you're like 20 something. Like Jelly Roll
Jello roll.
has lived a life.
That came
and
from a
knows what it's
20-something-year-old, just so everybody knows.
What?
I'm 29. I'm just saying, like
That's 20-something, I'm pretty sure, last I checked.
Yeah, you're in your late 20s.
I'm just saying.
He's
like,
an old 29, okay?
If you're 20, you've only been out of high school for a couple of years. So if you're just going around puffing your chest
Who
out,
are we saying that is in their 20s? Not him. Is Jelly Roll ain't in his 20s?
No, he was talking about 20-something-year-olds.
Yeah, you're in your late 20s. Hey.
And I was just picking at him.
Hey.
Hey, Dorito payback.
I mean,
course his name
there's
is
no
Mark.
payback for miss snacking. I'm gonna wake up at 12:30 in the morning now to go pee and be like, boy, I'm sure hungry. Wish I had those Doritos. Now I got to have a whole nother meal and get up and stretch and get ready and wake up for
Then
the
you
day.
can't fall back asleep.
Then you can't fall back
and
asleep.
Everything's ruined.
But if I would have had them Doritos, everything would have fell where it needs to fall.
The looks everybody has on
well,
their
I'm
faces
glad
right now
tomorrow's a
is
Sunday,
fantastic.
AJ, so you can get back on track. I'm glad you're gonna have time to just get reset on your Dorito meter. I didn't realize it was low today. I didn't realize you were about 5
Is that
Doritos shy.
you can't wait for me to get on my 5-hour drive jab?
So we are...
It's like I can't wait for you to just
Gonna
get
have
out of
plenty-
here.
Gonna have plenty of time
Yeah.
to eat Doritos tomorrow, AJ.
We do have sort of a last-minute/impromptu sort of gig coming up. Toby Hill Bar and Grill.
Toby Hill Bar and Grill.
Great place to play.
Got
Pretty
some
well
good old
received
wings
there.
down there. Come get
Oh,
some
that's what
wings.
I'm getting.
Man, they started
Todd,
serving
what's
all
your
kinds
what's
of
your
stuff.
what's your they got a bunch of new stuff on the menu.
Yeah,
down
I
there?
like the roller coaster. It's like all their sauces combined.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a rich
It's a
kind of
ride.
sauce.
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
whole
flavors.
ups and downs. There's tears,
Twists and turns.
Yeah.
tears involved. Anyway, their 16th anniversary, having the bar open.
This probably isn't going to come out before.
Toby
the
Hill
show.
Bar and Grill can drive.
Well, probably not, but
Toby Hill.
Yeah, if you're listening to this after we've gone and played at Toby next weekend,
which will be
It was a real fun time, and the wings actually. I mean, they were delightful.
And the scrimps. They
I got the
scrimps down there.
barbecue.
Scram.
I got the barbecue. They got one. I think it's called Mama's.
Mama's is good. Mama's is good.
And then they got
It's
one
Will's
called
Mom's
Golden
sauce.
Tangy, which is like the
Yeah.
Carolina barbecue
Golden
mustard
Tangy.
seed deal going down there, and that's what I like to get. I like to get some of that in there.
I
I think
think
we were going to go up anyway. I was thinking of going up Friday for open mic and
When's the benefit for Maddie B's mom?
so that is
It's like a couple weeks in a row or something.
it was this weekend.
Okay.
It was Thursday. They donated a portion of the wing sales for their wing night
Okay.
to her, and then they have donation jars throughout the place
All right.
the rest of the weekend, and they're doing the same thing this week.
Yeah, y'all come on down to Toby Hill and help Maddie B's
On the
mama out.
16th of March, 2024.
Well, they got donation jars in there. Come in
Yeah.
anytime and donate. But yeah, come down. We gonna play. Throw some money in that jar. Support Maddie B's mom.
listen to some stuff and eat some stuff. Donate
Listen to
some
stuff, eat some good old stuff, and just have a good old time. It's gonna be.
Do
we're
some
gonna be
stuff.
playing
We're going to play
stuff.
some stuff, too.
Mhm.
Yeah, good
We're
call.
gonna be playing stuff from the album we're gonna be working on. Daddy Cool Bird might make the cut, but we
Hell
don't
yeah.
know. You know, it's
It's going to be a
time.
banger.
It's gonna be. AJ's excited about it. I ain't even never met the band.
You got a hell yeah from him. I mean, that's
He did
that's
get
all
a
you
hell
need,
yeah.
from what I hear.
It looks like AJ might need another one. You might need to do that.
What I do?
Look like you need a Daddy Cool Bird. Hell yeah. You look just a little bit downtrodden.
Maybe he just needs some Doritos in his life.
Yeah, but we'll never know, will we?
We'll never know.
Could be a blood sugar issue because he's not allowed to eat Doritos while we're actively recording a podcast. You know,
No one knows.
I'm a ridiculous. That's a ridiculous request.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You know.
Everyone's allowed to get cancer up in here, but AJ can't get any cheese on his tongue.
Well, I'm just saying. that.
Smoking cigarettes like they're running out. I can't even have a potato chip. Corn chip, sorry.
Well, sounds like it's time to take up smoking, AJ. You know
If
what?
there was never a clear sign to start smoking, now there it is.
You know what you wouldn't worry about if you would have a cigarette?
Doritos. It's right there. The writing is on the wall.
Might be.
Yeah, there is some writing on these walls. Some mud.
I keep painting over it. It keeps coming through. It's really freaking me out.
The writing. You did not paint over that.
3 times.
It looks like you wrote on it yesterday.
Right.
It's weird. It keeps coming through. It says,
Red rum.
"It's a young Doug.
Red rum.
You're
Dude.
never gonna make it."
I think I'm gonna get me a grilled cheese at Sheets.
Gross. Nice.
Yeah.
I like to get bacon on them, too.
Yeah, I'm just looking for something
Oh,
cheap.
wait. Oh, I think I did that one
Can
time.
you
I think
get
I
that
did.
ungrilled?
Probably you got a sandwich with no bread.
You got a sandwich with no bread?
I wondered about that.
He showed up.
I got it on, I ordered it on the app, and I hit a button that I definitely shouldn't have. And when I got there, they were kind of like looking at me like, "There's that guy." You know what I mean? I was just like, "Well, I just got, a sandwich."
So I forgot, but I did that same thing years ago. I bumped something on the thing, and whenever they gave
There's
it
a
to
no
me,
bread option in the
I
bread
opened
menu.
up the thing, and it was just meat, lettuce, and like some sauce all over. I'm like, what is this shit? Like, I'm like, someone's trying to fight me. So I went in there and I looked at my receipt, and it said no bread X, and I was like, oh well,
So,
shit.
but when I ordered my sandwich, I'm ordering this sandwich, and I'm just getting a hot ham and cheese. Is what I'm getting.
And you
I
just
want it
got.
to be-
There's a
I want it
couple
to be
pieces of
hot.
ham and some melted cheese.
I want it to
on
be hot, but I accidentally hit the no bread.
Eh?
So I get to the option, and it still asks me, "Do you want it toasted?" So I got a ham and cheese sandwich, no bread, toasted, and that's why that dude was like, because he was trying to figure out
How to
how
toast
the
ham?
hell do you
raw
even
ham and
do
cheese.
that? Like, did he just want me to ruin the toaster? Just throw it in there, let the cheese all drip down, and
So they
you
put
know,
it on a plate, toasted it, took it off the plate, and put it into the container for you to eat.
Right.
It looked like they threw it in the container,
That was
threw it
going to
in
be
the
his roast
microwave,
sandwich,
called
too.
it a
He was
day.
real sad about it.
Ew.
You should have seen him. He looked defeated.
I mean, I
Man.
still ate it. I ate just the meat and cheese in a
Couldn't
container
have been
there.
not a whole lot of sustenance.
I think if I worked at a place like that, I wouldn't make those. Like, I'd wait and be like, they're going to be mad. They're like, no, trust me. When he comes in here and I go, hey, I didn't make your shit because this isn't right, right? You don't want a
You
sandwich
didn't
without bread.
really order a no bread toasted sandwich, did you?
Oh yeah, I did. I just wanted you to put some ham and cheese in an oven for like a minute and a half. I'm just gonna eat it. I'm just gonna roll it up like a greasy pinwheel.
Greasy.
Just wanted to shove some ham and cheese into my face. But I wanted it to bind together. I wanted to be able to shove ham and
Coagulate.
cheese.
No.
Just get a nice mold there. Yeah, I was astonished because I'm a not look at my food till I get home kind of guy. So when I opened that bag up, I was just like, what?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
I
Like,
was like, where's the receipt?
I
You
understand,
were
but
going to try to eat that one on the way back.
Oh yeah,
That's how we found that one out.
I was gonna say
That was just.
I'm not like
He
that.
was-
Like if
he
it's
was like,
if
"Man,
it's
I'm
sitting
real
on the
hungry."
seat
I'm
and
like,
it's smelling good,
"Oh,
I'm like, oh, get it when you get home. Like I get nasty with my food.
Get
Like you
kinda
can sit there
nasty
right
with
now,
that
but
food.
like
yeah.
shit is going down.
You get those cheese sticks. You just kind of slip your finger into,
Yeah.
into the cup.
let me just get one. Let me just get
Pull
one.
out
Dad, big fan of cheese bread.
Well,
He used to because wedgies are a regional thing. Like that's not a
Yeah,
it's not a thing if you go pretty far. So he would get
It's not a
two
thing if you
cheese
go
breads.
not very far.
He would get 2 cheese breads, throw some meat in that thing. You know.
I tried to look that up one day, find out like what the deal is on that, because I was kind of curious about it. Because I thought at first maybe it was like a Midwest thing, because it feels like a very Midwest thing. And so I talked to one of my buddies in Detroit, and he's like, "No, I've never heard of that." And like his cousin owns some kind of food place.
So it is
Like a
like that
restaurant?
because it was.
I don't know if it's
Or
a,
like
it's a
food
sandwich.
truck or a
Is it
restaurant.
a back alley?
It's a sandwich per se,
Right.
cut out of a circle
Percy.
Your sandwich.
So,
in wedge shapes.
So I looked it up, and some asshole moron that owns a golf country club in South Carolina claims he invented it
Oh, that's a tough claim.
18 years ago.
18 years. Oh no, that's wrong.
Yeah,
That's
he can
completely
suck
wrong.
a fucking wedgie
Taint
off my
years
dick.
ago.
Yeah, I mean, I used to get them from Toby's, and Toby's people think I would be making that up because it's 2 restaurants and a variety store ago.
You used to get them from the brew and service station and from Bob's place.
Oh, Bob's flag.
I used to get them
that's
when
right
my
by your
dad
house,
would make
right?
them because they didn't have them in the South. And I live very close to South Carolina, so I feel like I'd have known about this wedgie that is, you know, in this place in South Carolina. I mean,
So
we'll
just
stop by.
just in case anybody's not familiar, a wedgie is 2 pizza crusts
Sandwich filling.
You're not going to explain
with sandwich
a
filling,
wedgie
basically.
on-
Is it?
AJ, they're
It's
seriously
it
not
is
anywhere
super
else.
local. It is a super
yeah,
local thing.
it's
People
wedgies.
do
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
know what they are.
They're
Someone
se-
just folded like I bet you some pizza guy was just too hasty and that pizza folded in
like,
on itself.
He's like,
and they're
man,
"Wait
I have a
minute."
real call for sandwiches, and I got these pre-made.
Yeah,
crust.
that's the thing. That's the thing, though. It's not just pizza crust. It can't just be any pizza crust. It has to be that pre-made,
That right?
unrefrigerated.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
My dad he'd make dough sometimes. He'd get the dough hook out and
I mean, you can do it, but I feel like that's too much effort for what you end up with, and it takes something away from it.
It's like calling a Philly cheesesteak from freaking.
It's like getting
Buffalo.
a shitty hamburger on an artisan bun where it's like, what are y'all doing? Come on. Let me get let me get a white bun that's smaller than the burger. Come on. Like, what are y'all doing?
Like an unseasoned patty, but like a $14 Kaiser roll.
This is where y'all are spending the money?
Yeah,
I did that because I had a lot of free time in my hands that didn't have Doritos in
Didn't
them.
have Doritos in those hands, so he had stuff to do.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'm going to just crush those up and put them in a bag. We'll throw you an
Are
idea.
you sure you
They're
don't
in a
wanna
bag.
put
They're-
them in a
they
piece
are
of
in a
bread
bag.
and then crush them up?
Yeah, they're in a bag actually.
Well,
right now.
apparently to y'all, the only acceptable sandwich to smush is when, for some reason, you decide to throw potato chips on a sandwich. Like, that's not a space alien thing to do.
Well,
and then
listen.
Very
that's
common.
when you can
We
smush it.
regionally apparently have wedgies.
Well,
we
first
call
of
a
all-
sandwich a wedgie.
First of all,
That sort of thing.
the chips on a sandwich thing isn't just regional. That's
It's
a,
not. Like, I remember
That's a
people
big
doing it
thing.
growing up
That's
in
a very
Georgia.
normal thing to do because it adds texture to the sandwich. It's the same
I don't know if I
purpose.
call it a normal thing to do.
Well,
It's-
texture and salt. So
Texture,
even the flavor.
salt,
It's
flavor.
Salt
It's the
flavor.
same concept as like putting lettuce on a sandwich. It gives it a crunch.
I mean, if you're just trying to cut the roof of your mouth, I
That's
understand
why
it.
you smush it.
I understand it. I understand it.
So
That's why you smush it down. So
Yeah,
the
you're
chips are broke.
still playing. You're still on the edge there, just bleeding. Is
you know
it
what?
is the taste of blood what makes that sandwich good?
I've never bled from that. You've got a soft mouth.
You've got a soft
soft mouth there, pretty.
I mean, like
You gotta-
we're sitting here like we never had Captain Crunch. Like
Yeah.
it's
Right.
Captain Crunch is worth it. The saltiness of the blood
it's
makes it good.
it's
Wow.
flavored fiberglass, and we buy it all the time. And
Well,
like you're gonna,
apparently it would rip through his skull because Lay's potato chips are like shrapnel to him.
I'm just saying, like, why do
Wow.
you need it on a sandwich? Like, I'm not about to put potatoes of any variety on a sandwich or in a salad. I'll go ahead and upset y'all.
you never
French
put
fries in a salad? Mm-mm.
you never put French fries on.
I
it.
They
can
in a
make
salad.
potato salad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Potato
Found
salad.
a real loophole there,
Yeah.
Alex. What about potatoes? It's a salad of potatoes.
Crack the code.
That is the
That's
only
why we have.
acceptable
That's why we
salad.
have this podcast. We crack the code. We ask the real questions that aren't being asked.
potato salad.
Current events.
I
Worldly
don't
bankrupt.
understand what is so offensive about potato chips on a sandwich.
I mean, I don't understand
It's
why
crossing
you don't understand
lines,
it.
apparently.
It crosses the line.
What
like
line?
I don't know what
side
line.
items. If I'm gonna go get a sandwich coming with chips, okay, have some sandwich, have some chips. Put the chips on the sandwich. It's just like, what are we doing out here? It's just anarchy. Like, why do we even have the bag?
What if you're in a hurry? You can't sit and do something. You got to go. You chip that
Well, hang
sandwich.
on.
Get on the road.
If I'm in a hurry, I eat the sandwich, eat the chips later.
Well, hang on. If anything, putting the chips on the sandwich is more order because everything's now together.
yeah, you
What?
had two. You had
Yeah.
two things. Now you have one thing. It's
No.
simple.
You got a
Streamline- it's
million
called
things that are
streamlining.
just going to become crumbs all over you because you put chips on a sandwich. Like, I mean, I just don't understand it. I'll never be.
Do you
able to
always
wrap
get
my head
sloppy
around
Joe
why.
on you? I don't always get chips on me
This
if I
is
got
a
chips
skill
on
issue,
sandwiches.
is what this is. It's a skill issue.
It's a skill issue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I clearly
really so.
lack some kind of fundamental ability.
Purposely make sloppy Joe fall out of my sandwich so I can scoop
What-
it up with chips.
Bam. That's exactly what I do. I do that on purpose.
Yeah.
I tell you what. So Skinny's down
Chips
here.
outside
back-
of a sandwich is where they belong. That's what we're trying to say.
So back in the day here when Skinny's first opened up, they had Sloppy Joe sandwiches. It says it on the menu, but they don't have it anymore, and it's sad. It makes me sad in the pants. But when they did have it, I had pepper jack cheese on it, and there was a guy who worked there
Oh.
named Charlie. He don't work there anymore. Well, whenever you went and got a Sloppy Joe sub, you went down there, and he gave you a sub that only faced one way up, and there was a fork sticking out of it because there was so much. It just
Oh, that's
you
fantastic.
couldn't see the meat. Like you could. It was no longer a sandwich. It was a
Could you eat the fork?
something that you had to put in a bowl. But it was in a piece of paper on your lap, and you just had to do your best. Your skin was a different color the rest of the day at work. It was fantastic. Everyone else that tried to make it never came close. Not Charlie's sandwiches.
I feel like if you did a poll on just average America, and you said, "Do you put
I
chips
feel like
on
this
a
is
sandwich?
a stretch because we
Do
can't
you
do
put
the
chips
poll.
on a sandwich?" I feel like the people who put chips on their sandwich are only.
I mean, we're trying to keep people off the polls out here.
15%.
We're good fellows.
I feel like it's a real low percentage of people who are putting chips
Boy,
on sandwiches.
that was the top. I put chips on. Chips on sandwich was the top Google result.
Only like 30% of the people
Yeah, because
vote
people
for
are
who's
like,
president.
why is this a thing? Like, they're looking it up and being like, people really put chips on
White
sandwiches?
trash potato chip sandwich recipe. It's a real thing.
There you go. It's a class thing.
What's
4.5 out of 6 or out of 5 stars.
4.5 out of
what's
6.
the recipe?
Well, I'm sorry.
4.5.
It was 4.5 out of
Out of a half
5
dozen
stars,
eggs.
and it was 6 reviews.
So
Directions.
What's the
Spread
recipe?
both slices of bread heavily with mayo.
That's a good
2,
first
pile
step.
potato chips high on one slice of the bread.
There you go.
3,
If there's a
smash
squishing-
other slice of bread.
Oh, no,
on
it's just
top
a
of the
chips.
potato chips.
It's just a mayonnaise chip sandwich.
It's just mayonnaise.
It's literally 3 steps.
Can you imagine the person who made that?
Ingredients: 2 slices of bread,
Mayonnaise.
potato chips,
May-
your flavor, and mayonnaise.
Any flavor. You could get wild on a potato chip fry. It doesn't matter. As long as you have mayonnaise and white bread.
You know, it's kind of scary to me that there is a recipe.
That's
You don't know how to do this, really.
If you can't
You
figure out
wrote it. You had to write it down.
if you can't figure out a recipe whose ingredients are the recipe, like, hey man, what are you eating? I'm eating a potato chip, mayonnaise, white bread sandwich. If you can't figure out how to put that together, I mean, come on, man. Like, how many reviews did that?
Apparently,
It was 4.5 out of 6.
Out of 5, it was 4.5 out of 5 stars.
How
but
many
it was
ratings?
6
How
ratings.
many?
That's where the 6 came
people
from. Yeah.
found this and was like, it's changed my life.
apparently,
Apparently, you just throw chips and mayonnaise and on
apparently,
white bread
chip
and-
sandwiches are a common thing in England.
So, 5 ways to hack a sandwich just by adding
Is that just
chips.
regular potatoes though? Because
No.
chips are different in England.
No,
In England,
it's a crisp sandwich.
it's
Yeah,
a crisp
crisp, yeah.
sandwich. Okay. Never go to England.
They call
Or
it
buddies.
bacon. They call them crisps.
Putting chips on sandwiches.
Crisps.
Bacon
Buddies.
and egg sandwich with chips on it.
Bacon.
And we're using tender cracklings. Cheese
Jerome.
I love me some cracklings. See,
Sometimes-
that will.
We got
harm
a
the roof of
pulled
your
pork
mouth.
sandwich, and we got Carolina style barbecue by Utz.
Is it Utz?
We got
or
a
is it
Eats.
Oh,
Flat
so it was
burger
Eats.
sandwich. Oh,
I thought
and
it was
these are an interesting flavor
What are
potato
you talking
chip.
about?
These are different chips that people are putting on sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So this
Sometimes-
is a ketchup flavored hers on
Cheese
roast
sandwich.
beef. Jalapeno poppers. Oh, this is a hers website. Okay, funny.
That makes
Jaded.
sense.
So the jalapeno poppers, cheese curls, on a toasted cheese sandwich.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow. Get out of here.
AJ can't believe it. He's just like, I can't even believe it. Put something with
Regular
cheese.
potato chips
On
on any
something with
Permane
cheese.
Brothers sandwich, I guess.
What now?
Well, Permane Brothers do be putting the chips on the sandwich, and that's why I don't go to that establishment. Just because if that's what they're trying to do in there, I don't even care what else they got. I just can't get behind the idea of it. It's just anarchy. I mean,
It isn't.
why? It's like putting
Things taste
It's like
good.
saying, hey, guess
Expand
what?
your horizons.
I moved here, but I'm not going to accept everybody here. I'm going to be the one that's right.
That's like saying putting things in a suitcase or a backpack is anarchy because you've condensed them into one location.
Ooh.
I just don't think
I don't
because
know.
chips have an original location.
Boy, man, I mean,
Everything
we found
has an original
everything.
location.
We found it all. It's saying
It's right
this
there.
is a thing.
I just don't.
We have
can't-
the
just can't-
interweb.
I just
I
can't
feel
get
like you
behind
just
it.
hate happiness. Like if it brings someone joy, you're like, no,
Oh,
not
see,
in
that
my
would be a
boat.
good one. I know a lot of people eat just tomato and cheese sandwiches.
Yeah,
I'm saying
I've-
regular potato chips.
What
on
about
there.
tomato sandwiches? Same thing as the chip sandwich, but with tomato.
Tomato,
Mayonnaise
mustard,
and tomato.
mayonnaise,
That's it.
and
On
lettuce.
bread.
Well,
Toast.
tomato is a sandwich item. Like if you're going into a
Is it?
sandwich shop, if you go into Subway, it are chips on something that you can get on the sandwich. And it doesn't have to be Subway. Any sub shop, are you like, hey, I want some chips on there? Or do you have to put those on yourself at a place where you get to choose what's on your sandwich?
Depends on the sandwich place.
Yeah.
Name me one
Brothers.
sandwich place that
If-
has chips on
I'm
the
sure if I
display.
asked
Permane
Permane
Brothers.
Brothers to put chips on a sandwich, they do it for me.
You just said you wouldn't
That's a-
go there because they do it. And now you're saying that no one does it.
Hard things to talk
You
about.
are
I'm
just-
just
Sandwiches.
saying- I'm saying national chain that does
Why does
it.
it have to be national?
What,
Because-
and when did that?
Because I'm
that's
saying
a
the vast
new,
majority. I won't argue that it's popular around here. I'm just
That's
saying
what we're talking about, though.
It isn't popular in the United States.
Boy, I am seeing things.
Neither is like
results are-
common sense gun laws.
Oh. Well, we've already talked for over an hour and a half, and I just don't know if we can delve into that one this time. That might have to be next week.
I'm sorry I came in so hot about chips on a sandwich.
I don't know. I think that's because there's a unified front against you.
Well, hopefully I'll meet some more enlightened folks.
Tell you what, I tried different chips, like even corn chips. Like I'll put like the Cool Ranch Doritos on a club sandwich because there's a lot of flavor on.
Yeah, I
the
got
Cool
you
Ranch.
there. Yeah, I mean that would complement
Because
the,
like I wouldn't think, and then ooh,
the three
hey,
meats.
Yep,
Yeah, that would
lots of
what I-
flavors.
What I'd like to do is I'd go to the store downtown
Downtown.
and I would get one of their hoagies, like their regular hoagie.
And they
Look
change
at
that bread. and
Look
it's
a good.
just-
Yeah, it's like
hoagie.
it's too much bread.
I hate that.
It's just
too.
real dense.
Too much
Yeah.
bread on a.
Yeah.
on a sandwich.
But
Oh,
I'd get one of those.
Which one of us?
You gotta-
Brock and I got those.
Yeah.
I don't even want to call it a
Yeah.
sandwich because it was.
I tell you what,
a loaf
like,
of bread
subs
with-
around here and breakfast burritos. I'll take the first bite like if you're out in the wild and you bite the head off a snake. That's what I do. I take the first bite, and then eat it.
Well,
Think about
the
it.
subs we got down at Lazy Ass, they
Gibbon
were
Glade.
like a loaf of bread
It was
with
like
a
two
single
onions.
slice
I
of
remember.
meat and like spotted.
I had to eat
cheese
mine like
throughout.
this. So I had to just like yes.
Oh, it's just the driest thing I had ever had.
You get chips on that thing?
They didn't even put anything else on it, so I don't know why they would put chips on it.
What were you saying about the sub?
So I'll go downtown and get the little hoagie they have,
Downtown.
and then a little bag of barbecue Lays.
Max.
Throw it on there, smush it.
I like good barbecue Lays.
Oh, you have to edit that out.
Do you do the editing? You know you're not allowed to sneeze. Like do you edit it?
All right, what do you guys think about signing off?
The reverberation from the sneeze alone takes 3 hours. Not even talking about the real sneeze. Yeah. I think we did
Yeah.
good. I think we talked about some serious issues.
Yeah. All right. Well.
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 Yep.
Oh,
We
did
Until
don't
you
next
be-
tell,
time from Golden, Colorado.
hang on, did you tell AJ about the radio?
Yeah, we're gonna be on 1077 local station here.
So
94.3 as well.
94.3.
now,
and we're gonna
do we
be
have to say what it is now, or you talk to the people? It's Rocky. They went from was
It
to
is
Rocky.
Rocky, but it
So-
still was
okay,
media.
Well, we can call it
Yeah.
was.
It's still
and
a
it's
call
not
sign.
bad, and it's not wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still the call sign.
I would rather call-
WUZZ.
I would still rather call
WUZZ,
it
the
was. I
was.
just want to make sure we weren't misbranding by not saying
No,
one thing
no,
or another.
she-
So
even-
look for that. We're gonna have all of the
WUZZ.
details for Hills and Hollers Music Expo 2024. We are going to be playing in Maple Heights, Ohio.
On the 6th of April,
Maple Grove
Maple Grove
at Maple Heights,
at Maple Heights, yes.
which is a suburb of Cleveland. So we don't even have to go all the way into Cleveland.
There you go.
I
that's
actually
our
enjoy
that's our
Cleveland.
next show. Got the Toby Hill show next weekend. If you're local to the Clarion area, come on out. Have some good
Toby
food.
Hill.
Support Maddie B's mom. We appreciate you listening if you're listening to this, and have a good week. We'll see you on the road. Well, sometimes the comfort and the loving of someone else. But I find that I can't find something else down there. I gotta keep moving on. I gotta make it right. I gotta make the dreams come true. I gotta play